Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Angels Rebuild here on MLB The Show 25. In the last episode, we did a lot of stuff. We simulated all the way to July, All-Star Week, plus trade deadline in today's episode, plus the rest of the season in today's episode. We will finish year number one in today's video. But that's not the most important stuff that happened in last episode. The most important stuff in last episode was we drafted our future star. I'm going to call him Eily Perez. I've been calling him Isley because that's just the American in me, and the white man in me. I'm going to call him Eily, but he is our future star. We don't know exactly how good he is. We will find out in today's video how good he actually is. But that 81 to 96 potential with the overall capping at 79 potentially out the gates, I'm hoping for big things from Eily Perez. We drafted number 2 overall, and if everything goes well, technically, for us after this year, we could be picking top 3 again next year. So if we can pile a couple of top draft picks in a row, we might be right back in the swing of things in a couple of years. But today we have All-Star Week to take care of. We have Mike Trout potentially being a starter. I don't know if he will actually be the starting right fielder, but he is potentially there. He's really our only hope, right? I don't think we have anybody else. I mean, Rengifo is hitting... He was hitting better, but he started to cool off a little bit here. Kevin Newman's whatever. He's Kevin Newman. Trout is all-star potential. He's got 40 RBIs and 17 home runs. Travis d'Arnaud is Travis d'Arnaud. Logan O'Hoppe is a little bit cold, but he's fairly productive. Then we've got Nolan Schonel, who's really one of our better guys. He's hot right now. Taylor Ward's bad. Mickey Moniak's struggling a little bit, but he's fairly good right now. And then Zach Neto's struggling. So we have a couple guys that are hot, a couple guys that are not. The starting rotation is just absolutely gross. I mean, look at these guys. How are we expected to be a competent organization when we got guys that are this bad? I mean, Reed Detmers is 1-9 in his 10 games, at least 10 games. He's pitched 18 games. He's 1-9 with a 6.7. My God, he's just not going to be good for us. I just can't do it anymore with him. We're going to trade him at the deadline. Our budget currently is $12 million. But we are paying Mike Trout a bunch of money. We're still paying Rendon, which we are going to dump at the deadline. I don't care what we have to get for him. We could get a bunch of scrubs back for him. We're dumping that contract. I'm not paying Anthony Rendon. He is not even doing that well in AAA, which is not a good sign. You're a veteran of the majors. You can't hit at AAA. You're washed. Kikuchi will also probably get traded. These are probably going to be the 2 biggest trades in terms of the contracts that we move on from. We're probably going to sell a lot. We're going to sell a lot at the deadline to simply get less expensive and also try to be bad. So we are going to jump into the home run derby and see who's a part of it. Kyle Tucker, Jose Ramirez, Gunnar Henderson, Ronnie, Riley Green, Brent Rooker, Max Muncy, Marcell Ozuna. Do I want to jump in here and hit a couple home runs? I might want to jump in with a J-Ram selection. Let's jump in with J-Ram, see if we can win a home run derby.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. 8 hitters will battle, only 4 will advance. In the first 2 rounds, the contestants will have 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. But the championship round is just 2 minutes. If a contestant hits a home run over 425...
All right, I am a little bit more prepared for this home run derby than I was in the Blue Jays episode that we did the home run derby. Top 4 guys advance. Kyle Tucker hit 11. We are now up. So we have to hit presumably into the 20s if I want to feel comfortable about moving on with J-Ram. And Jose Ramirez is a guy, he'd be very hard to get, but he's a guy that I have on a target list in my brain that could potentially fill a need for us in LA. He's not like I have to have him right now because obviously he's pretty much untouchable unless we give up everything we own, including our entire organization, I would think the Guardians would want. So until we earn enough capital to afford J-Ram, he's going to be a Guardian. But if we can somehow manage to grab him at some point in this series, that'd be pretty awesome. I would definitely want to go after him. Obviously, you guys know my feelings about Ellie De La Cruz, who is also going to be one of those guys that is pretty much untouchable at this point with the lack of assets that we currently possess. But if we can draft well the next couple of years, stockpile a couple of B potential prospects, and maybe sign a couple free agents, we could be sitting pretty comfortable for getting a big star in the future. I'm going to use my timeout now. We're at 9 home runs with about 34 seconds to go. I don't really remember the last time I saw a home run derby in the rain. It's kind of weird. I feel like, wouldn't they... You think they would postpone it if it was in the rain in real life? I feel like they'd go with it. They might delay it for a little bit, but I feel like they'd go with it. Especially if it's not like lightning or thundering, obviously. We have tied Kyle Tucker for 11, but I want to get a little bit more. We're into the bonus round now. I want to feel a little bit more comfortable because, I mean, we got some mashers coming up. Acuna's in this game, or in this home run derby. There's a couple of big-time bats in this home run derby, so I definitely want to make it to the top 4. We've got 2 outs remaining here in the bonus. Nope, that's 1 out remaining. That should be 16. It is 4-10. That's going to be an out. Yep. Okay. 16's comfortable. I'm okay with 16. I'm okay with 16. We will move on. Marcell Ozuna hit 26. Okay, we'll have to be worried about him. Max Muncy hit 24 as well. So it's a good thing we did hit 16. We will take on Muncy in our round. And it looks like Ozuna... Did he pass? I don't know. The way that they changed it, they don't show the next updated thing, so it's kind of difficult to see how many the opponents had. My energy's already starting about a third of the way gone. That's not ideal, especially with only 3 minutes of swing time. Plus, obviously, like bonus stuff. That is going to be... Wow, that was about as high on the foul pole as you can get. That might have touched the very tip. Tip? That one should be gone as well. Nice little money shot right there. I hate that my energy's already down. I'm not even using my power. I'm just using my normal swing. But the energy's already sinking pretty low. I had to golf that one out. So it's kind of unfortunate that I'm going to have to use my timeout pretty early here. Ooh, that one's a little bit high. I don't know if that's going to go over. Nope. Muncy hit 24 his first go-round, so we're going to have to get at least into the high teens if we want to have a chance of defending off Muncy. But I don't think that's going to be physically possible. Especially without any energy. I'm going to call my timeout here. We've hit 9. We got about 45 seconds to go. Come on, J-Ram. I know you can do it. You're having a little bit of a cold streak here. That should get out. And it does, 356. The power's not necessarily there. You're starting to get a little tired. Which is understandable. Oh, that's crushed, though. But it's foul. He's been swinging a lot of bats. That's out as well. Come on, J-Ram. 11's not going to cut it. End of regulation. We go into bonus time. What can we do? What can we do? If we can hit 425, we can add another out of insurance. But we're on a little bit of a hot streak right now. We might not need the extra insurance. Although that's the first out. I thought that might have tracked fair. That is crushed. That's 449. That's an extra out. We needed that. We absolutely needed that. We're up to 17. You know what? We've come on strong here at the end. Good job, J-Ram. Coming on real strong at the end of this round. If he gets around low 20s, I'd feel pretty comfortable with that. And it looks like he will achieve at least 20. With still 2 outs remaining. That was a line drive. 1 out remaining now. That should get out. It does, 417. We're at 21. That one should stay fair, and it does barely. That one has a chance. Oh, it's just off the wall. 22. You know what? We really pulled something out there. I didn't think that was going to happen. And what does he have? He didn't get it. We are in the finals. It's not telling me how many he hit, but he did not achieve 22. We need 11 home runs to win the Derby with J-Ram. This would be my first home run Derby win of MLB The Show 25. I've only ever played one other home run Derby, which was the first one in the Blue Jays series. But going 1 for 2 would not be too bad. 50%, not as bad as you might think. And especially when Azuna only hit 10. It's very achievable. He must have used all of his stamina in that first round when he hit 26. That one's 430. We're mashing baseballs with J-Ram. We're already at 7 with a lot of time to spare and a lot of energy left. That's crushed for 9. That's 465. That's crushed as well. That's the tie. 458. That's the win right there. Jose Ramirez will win the Derby, and he's riding that cowboy bat. Huge. Jose Ramirez is the home run Derby champion, defeating Marcell Ozuna. All right. I won a home run Derby. I know it's not my guy. He's not for the Angels. But, hey, at least I won a home run Derby. Can't be mad at that. And now we've got the All-Star Game. And I think we might have a little Fishman playing in it. Just as a matter of, is he going to be starting or not? So we'll take a look at the roster first, obviously. So what do we got? We've got Eflin, Schmidt, Skubal, Gilbert, Cole, Munoz. So no pitchers, which I'm totally not shocked by at all. Our pitchers suck. But how many hitters do we have? We have not a starting right fielder because Judge took it the last second. But Ohapi makes it as a backup catcher. And Trout doesn't make it? He was the starter at one point. So Logan Ohapi is our sole all-star recipient, which, I mean, that's good for his development. It means he's progressing fairly well. He's having a good season. Royce Lewis, my white whale. But I'm shocked that Trout is not here. That is absolutely crazy. So we will play with just Ohapi, but we can't player lock him, obviously, because he's a bench guy. So we will quick manage the All-Star Game until he's ready to come in. And it could be pretty quick.
It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these All-Star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. Towing the slab in today's game. It's Sonny Gray. What do we need to know here?
This guy has a ton of respect from his own teammates, Boo. He's the type of guy, if he's not having a good day, he'll...
I can't wait for the actual All-Star Game in real life, because that's when they usually update the All-Star uniforms to match what they did in real life, what they do in real life. And I think this year, if I'm not mistaken, they're going back to as Trey Turner hits a solo home run. We're obviously the American League. So that's not good. But I think this year in real life, they're going back to their team jerseys, right? I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. I could be wrong. Maybe that's a couple years down the road or something, but I'm pretty sure I heard that. We are going to... we're not going to pinch it. I thought we might pinch it already, but we might as well let everybody get at least one at bat. Ohtani came in. We're going to pitching change Zach Eflin, and we're going to bring in Skubal. Tarek Skubal. We have a history with Skubal. He's been on our teams in past franchises, past MLB The Shows. Paul Skeens comes in. He's got a 301. Good for Paul. Oh, look at me, I'm Paul Skeens. I throw 100 miles an hour. I'm an all-star starter. I'm dating Livy Dunn. Enough already. Or we're mashing him, though. Thanks for bringing in Paul Skeens. That helped out a lot. We got 3 runs in the 4th. Pitching change will bring in Logan Gilberts, who's having a really good year. And he will get out the National League. They bring in Tyler Glasnow, Bobby Witt, Vladdy Jr., Judge, Henderson. Okay, doing pretty good. Pitching change again. Garrett Cole comes in. Oh, and he's dominating. He's absolutely dominating. And I think it's time to pinch hit. So Riley Green will come out for Jose Altuve, which I still find weird playing left field, but whatever. J-Rod will come out for somebody. Jaron Duran, I guess. I don't really like that, but whatever. It's not my team. Shea Langoliers will come out for, I'm guessing, where am I trying to go here? Pinch hit for Ohapi. And that's where we get to jump in. Here we go. Logan Ohapi making his all-star debut against Zach Gallen. Not a great pitcher to go up against. He's pretty tough. Ooh, and the timing is 1,000% off. Got to get back in. I haven't played proper MLB The Show in a little bit. So I got to get back in the rhythm here. Not swinging to that one, though, Zach. You're not going to get me. 2-2 count to Ohapi. Come on, you got this. Throw me another fastball. I'm ready for it this time. I'm absolutely ready for it. It wasn't a fastball. It's a double play, and Ohapi will embarrass the organization. Tough. That's tough. All right, we will go to another pitcher, the final starter. It is Clark Schmidt, and he will try to get out of the 6th, and he does. Helsley comes in, and we will pinch hit the Seaman for Rosario. Ahmed Rosario, yep. All right. He gets a double. Nice. Bobby Witt will get pinch hit for Colson Montgomery. He grounds out. Vladdy Jr. for Yandy. He gets a single. The Judge comes out for Brent Rooker. And he strikes out. Good for him. Kyle Tucker's coming in now. Oh, I got to take Clark Schmidt out. Whoops. We'll bring in Johan Duran. Bryce Harper gets pitched for Toglia. Ketel Marte. All right. Edwin Diaz comes in. That's a nice one to pull in. We'll probably put Alvarez at DH. That just makes the most sense. He strikes out. Also makes sense. Royce Lewis, my white whale. You know what? I'm going to jump in with Royce Lewis. Because I want him on my team at some point in this Angels franchise. So I might as well get a swing with him. That's a chopper to first base. Diving effort caught and tagged the bag. What a diving defensive play at first base by Michael Toglia. That was pretty impressive. All right, well, Tuve will stay in the game. And we will go bottom 8 and bring in Andres Munoz. Why not? Single for Bohm. They bring in Francisco Alvarez. He gets a single as well. Acuna comes out for Connor Norby. 3-run homer. It is 5-3. Andres Munoz sucks big nuts. Wow, that's crazy. Devin Williams will come in to try to save it. And it's not looking good for the American League. Another walk. Maybe Devin Williams isn't the right guy either. We got to bring in Mason Miller here. 2 runs have scored. They've batted around. 2 more runs have scored. It's 9-3. This got out of hand real quickly. It's the top of the 9th now. We've got Jaron Duran. He'll swing. He'll get line out. We've got Ohapi. We might as well put Connor Wong in, even though it's our guy. And then Ahmad Rosario. We'll bring Corey Seager in. And, oops. Not what I wanted to do. He gets a walk, so Montgomery will get a chance. He gets a double with an RBI. Yandy, and that's the end of the game. We will lose 9-4 to the National League. It got out of hand there in that 8th inning. That's unfortunate. Mason Miller and Andres Munoz did not do a very good job there. I will say that much. Maybe they shouldn't have been all-stars in the first place. I'm just saying. We finish up the All-Star game. We got the Futures game. Do we have any participants in the Future game? We might. I'm not 100% sure. We'll take a little peek skis and see if we do. Oh, never mind. We are jumping straight in. Hagen Smith is on the mound against Yarlin Susana, who have both done fairly well. I mean, the ERA for Susana is a little bit high, but we'll see what we got here. Do we have anybody participating? Let me take a look at the big dog roster here. Okay, so position players. This is not our guy. This is not our guy. The only guy I'm looking for is our draft pick in real life, but I don't see him on that team. There's Bubba Chandler. I don't see any pitchers. No, none of these pitchers are ours. What about this team? There's Christian Campbell. He is on the team. Oh, that's not our guy, is he? That's not our guy. No, that's Red Sox guy. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of the wrong guy. That's my bad. Cam Smith is not our guy. I don't think we have anybody here. No. I thought it was Christian Campbell, but that's the Red Sox guy. We're just going to simulate an exit now. Because why would I want to be in this game if I don't have anybody in the futures game? I thought, we go to extras, 8-6 in the extras. That's crazy. What a thrilling futures game. But since we didn't have anybody participating, we will not take part. I guess we could take a peek at how our guy is doing and see what's going on. Oh, today's the day to sign draft picks, so this is where we get to find out how good our draft was. Where's our guy at? Christian Moore. This is who I was thinking of. Instead of Christian Campbell, it was Christian Moore. So he is in AAA hitting .254, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs. All right, he's not doing horrible. He's just not futures material just yet. He might be next year. I don't think we're doing very well in any other position. But that's okay, because we're adding more guys right now. Eiley Perez, please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Oh, we can't find out just yet. Darn it. I thought this was the one we have to wait till after we sign them. So Eiley Perez, he's at 49%, so we have to wait one more cycle until we can sign him. But we can offer Josh Garcia a contract. I will offer him 823, and he has decided to sign. So our second round pick has agreed to come play for us. And then Mackenzie Kazarian, I will offer him 1.77. He has chosen to sign with us. So we get those two guys. Dan Martin and Jimmy Boggs. I can't offer Jimmy Boggs just yet, but we can offer Dan Martin. I'll go 684, and he has declined the offer. So that means we have to finalize and move on 2 days. Jose Soriano injured his forearm. He's going to be back, though. We have a jump-in situation. Bases are loaded for Travis d'Arnaud. I believe in you, Travis. I shouldn't have believed in you. You suck. The Twins are offering me a trade. If it's not Royce Lewis, I don't want it. Marco Raya. Raya? I don't know. 22 years old. C potential. 67 overall. That's not a bad trade offer, actually. He was round 4 in 2020. 6'1", 170 out of Texas. He's pitching 103 innings so far. 97 strikeouts. He's got a 3.67 ERA right now, 1.27. The whip is fairly good. He's got a 4-pitch mix. Can I see his actual attributes? Here we go. So he's growing in his hits per nine, his K per nine. His walks per nine is a little bit low in his home run. So he's probably not going to simulate very well, as you can see by these stats. Not these stats. These stats. He's not going to simulate amazingly. But he's not like a horrible option to get. Especially when we have really no good depth in the pitching for the future. We have Caden Dana. That's about it for pitching in the minors. So if we take a look at Taylor Ward, who I remember being very bad this season, he's hitting 194. He was probably going to get traded anyway. Do I have a backup? We have David Calabrese, who's not ready to play in the bigs. So it's going to have to be either Jorge Soler or Minnicky Moniak, who plays left field for us. Because I think I am going to do this trade. We will take Marco Raya from the Twins. I don't usually accept trades that the CPU offer me. But that one I feel like is decent. Because we were going to move on from Taylor Ward anyway. So it just makes sense to get at least a decent pitching prospect in return. And he's hot right now. He's on the big league roster. That is not going to be where he's going to be. He's going to be down in AAA. We have to move a AAA guy away from there. We'll move Dakota Hudson down to AA. All right, we need to bring some guys up to the bigs, though. Let's see. Who deserves to get called up? Probably nobody on this team deserves to get called up, honestly. J.D. Davis can get moved up. We just need bodies at this point up here. Probably even Carter Keyboom will get called up. Scott Kingery can get called up. God, we have no good players, do we? Nelson Rada's a good potential. B potential. He's not hitting amazing in Double A, but we'll give him some more time. He's not really a power guy. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna have to be. Where is he at? Carter Keyboom. We'll move him up as well. Whoops, he's not on the 40-man. We'll move him up as well, and we are not great, but that's okay because we're not supposed to be great. Another day to sign draft picks. We should be able to sign. Yes, we can. We can offer Eiley Perez now, and we will pay him whatever he wants. I'm going to pay him $809. He has decided to sign the 2nd overall pick, and he's wearing a turtleneck. You got to respect it. The possible future catcher, Eiley Perez, has agreed to a contract. What about Dan Martin? We offered him last time. We'll offer him $1 million, and he declines $1 million. The audacity to decline $1 million is crazy. We don't have 2 valued lineups. Kenley Jansen's on the mound. We win the game, actually. Trash Pandas, yada, yada, yada. Okay, we're on a little win streak here. We are 43 and 57. So where does that leave us in baseball? So the White Sox are worse than us currently. They're really bad, as you would expect. But we're also pretty bad. What about the National League? The Pirates are bad. The Marlins are bad. So we're not the worst team in baseball, but we are very close. We're probably winning too many games. We will offer Dan Martin another contract. I went and offered him $1 million. He decides to sign for less than $1 million. Wow, what a bad negotiator. Jimmy Boggs, we will offer. I'll give him $627. He's declined that. And then Marshall Lake, we might not be able to sign Marshall Lake. It's going to be pretty tough. You know what? I'll switch him to priority number 1 since we can already offer Jimmy Boggs. We don't need to have him in priority number 1. Mickey Moniak has a chance to get a bases loaded hit down 4-2 in the top of the 8th. I haven't jumped into an Angels appearance, so we might as well try this one. Mickey Moniak with a chance to score at least 2 if he just gets something in the outfield. Danny Young on the mound for New York. Moniak swinging. Fouls off the sinker. He's hitting 152. Maybe we shouldn't have jumped into this situation. He's hitting 152 with runners in scoring position. That is not an ideal average to be hitting with runners on. And that is 100% my fault. I guess I underestimated how slow the sweeper is going to come in. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit faster. And I swing and a miss over top of the sinker. Yeah, the sweeper was my opportunity, and I overestimated how slow it was going to come in, and I missed it. So that's a little bit of embarrassing. Kikuchi went 4 in. Yeah, we got to get rid of Kikuchi. He's not pitching, but nobody's pitching well. I mean, can you blame him? We're just not a very good baseball team, so I'm not surprised. But we do end up winning the series against the Mets 2-1, which is kind of crazy. All right, we got Marshall Lake up to 44%, so we're getting pretty close. But Jimmy Boggs, we can offer another contract. We'll go $773. He's decided to sign. So Jimmy Boggs is here. Marshall Lake is the only guy left. We still have a couple days before the deadline is up, so we're still looking pretty good to get everybody. Another day to sign draft picks. We're up to 50%. Perfect. And we will offer him $642. And he has decided to sign. Everybody that we drafted this first year has agreed to sign contracts with us. Perfect. Now let's get to the trade deadline and then find out exactly how good Eiley Perez is. Oh, the first big trade of the deadline period. The Dodgers go for O'Neal Cruz. Of course, they need O'Neal Cruz, but they trade Bobby Miller and Mike Sirota. So 2 younger guys, but Bobby Miller's an established big leaguer by now. And O'Neal Cruz will go play baseball in L.A. for the Dodgers. That is crazy. It only took Bobby Miller and Mike Sirota to get O'Neal Cruz. That's crazy. A huge trade has dropped. The Dodgers are getting better by the day. They didn't need O'Neal Cruz. I mean, look at this rotation they have currently. They got Ohtani, Glasnow, Snell, Yamamoto, Sasaki, Kershaw, Dustin May's down here. And then their relief pitching is good. Their bullpen's loaded. Their closer's decent. They've got the Fresh Prince. They've got Freddie Freeman. They've got a rookie in Kim. They've got Muncy and Mookie. Teoscar O'Neal now plays center field. I mean, he's an upgrade from Tommy Edman, but that's crazy. This Dodger team did not need another bat, and they get another bat. All right, well, we will move to the deadline and see what goes down. We don't need to sign any draft picks. Today is, in fact, the trade deadline. Now, if we take a look at the wild card, the White Sox have officially passed or got to 40 games, but the National League, the Pirates are still under 40, which is good for us because that means that we are closer and closer to that number one overall pick potential. Now, it's obviously a lottery in modern baseball, so it's not a guarantee that we're going to get the first overall pick, but it wouldn't have been a guarantee if we were the worst team in baseball. As long as we're picking at least top five, I will be okay. I don't really want to drop below top five. So today's the trade deadline. Let's take a look at the books. So we currently have Trout under contract, and he's going to stay under contract. We've got Rendon. We've got Kikuchi, Soler, Tyler Anderson, Stevenson, Kenley Jansen, d'Arnaud. Yeah, we got a lot of just trash on this roster. We got to dump some of these guys because they are just. It's honestly sad. It's making me depressed to look at it. So Kikuchi will be the first to go. What can we get for Kikuchi? Your guess is about as good as mine. I don't know. What can we get for Kikuchi? It's going to be a bunch of no-name players, I would think. A bunch of C potential guys. We can get Chandler Simpson, who's a B potential center fielder from the Rays. Also Christopher Morel, but we've gone down that road before. Let's see. George Springer. Yeah, I don't want to go down that road. What can we get? Matt Vierling. There's got to be something. Tommy White. I might have to make my own trade here. See if I can stretch the potential. The Marlins would be willing to give me Starlin Caba, who's 19 years old. Nick Castellanos. If somebody passes away, that might be good. You know what? Let me see if I can do my own thing here. They're offering me B potential guys, which is pretty solid. The Marlins were offering me Starlin Caba. I forget what position he played. Where's he at? Starlin Caba. He's an outfielder. Okay, here he is. He's 19 years old. He's B potential. He's a switch hitter. He's not got a lot of power. He looks a lot like our guy, Nelson Rada. He looks a lot like Nelson Rada. So maybe we don't need another guy that is similar to Nelson Rada. What about... I think the Nationals offer me a decent guy. I want James Wood is who I want. We'll see if we can pull off a trade with him. Robert Hassel, the third, was a guy that they offered for Kikuchi. And he's actually in the bigs right now, hitting .311. He's got 16 games under his belt. He's on a little bit of a streak right now in these last two games. Interesting. I mean, we could use a guy with that kind of potential in center field because we have Mickey Moniak right now. We have Rada. But do I believe in any of those guys? I don't know. Ooh, there's Elijah Green, the big dog. I still am a fan of Elijah Green. I believe in him. Robert Hassel is a potential option for us. Do I want to go down that route? He is already 23, though. He'd probably have to start in the bigs for us. Well, I guess we could move him to left field. I don't know who they have at left field right now. It could be something that we do. I want James Wood. How do I get James Wood? I don't know. What kind of pitching prospects can I get for Kikuchi? Who's got a pitching prospect that I can grab? I don't know if I'll be able to grab a pitching prospect. The Dodgers don't need all these pitchers, do they? Jackson Ferris. His walks per nine are pretty low. He probably doesn't simulate amazingly. Padres. Hayden Birdsong. He's got horrible walks per nine. But his K per nine, his hits per nine are pretty good. Hayden Birdsong might be a nice little grab. We might try to grab this dude for Kikuchi. If I can also send Kyle Hendricks back and then just unload some jabroni like Tim Anderson. My God, I didn't realize Tim Anderson was here. Why are you still in the bigs, bro? Or why are you still playing baseball? You should not be playing baseball. We can pull off the Hayden Birdsong trade. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And he's probably going to pitch for us in the bigs this year because we have no other option. So Hayden Birdsong appears for the club. Next on the list of being traded is Reed Detmers because I'm just sick and tired of having him on my team. I don't want to look at him anymore. I've gone down that road plenty of different series. He never works out. I've tried like 3 different games, 3 different MLB The Shows. He never works. So it's just I'm not gonna deal with it. Luis Gill is very intriguing. He's not having that great of a year. His whip's a little bit high, so we might be able to get him on the cheap. He's got a lot of control, team control. I would not be opposed to grabbing a 26-year-old 83 overall pitcher. Can I toss you this dude, who I don't want, and another scrub like this guy? Yes. Luis Gill, welcome aboard. He's our new highest rated pitcher. Welcome aboard. We also have a Jose Soriano who I'm going to keep. Who else wants to get traded? So our current rotation is Gill, Soriano, Anderson, Birdsong, and Silseth, which is just the worst. So is Tyler Anderson good right now? I mean, he's got a 303. He's not pitching horrible, actually. He's actually pitching fairly decently, which I don't know why he's pitching fairly decently. What's his walks per nine? Oh, it's because his walks per nine are up in the 75 area. That's why he's pitching so well. Ricky Tiedemann, the Titty Man, he's got an 853. He's not pitching very well at all. Alec Manoah, I wanted to. You were once my white whale, but you have since not become that. Drew Thorpe for the White Sox. I don't want to get any White Sox pitchers, I don't think, unless it's this guy. This guy could be fun to have. He's already in the bigs. He probably shouldn't be in the bigs, but he could be fun to get along with Hagen. We saw Hagen in the Futures game. Can I pull off a double trade? That'd be insane, right? If I give you Dakota Hudson, Tucker Flint, Tucker. No, this is going to be a little bit too much to ask for. But I can give you Dakota Hudson and get Gyro, or Yarrow? I don't know how to say his name. I think I might do that. Let's do that. Boom. Our new rotation looks weird. Chase Silseth. Do I want him on the team? I don't think so. Am I really going to change my entire starting rotation? I might. I'm crazy enough to do it. Reese Olson, pitching really well. He's pitching really well. He's 25, 281, 111 ERA. That could be our guy right there. I'll keep looking in case there's somebody better. David Festa, he's got a decent walk per nine. He's not having as good of a season as the Tiger pitcher was, but he might be a little bit easier to acquire, and I don't think I've ever had him, so maybe we try to get this guy. Is this where we send Rendon? Because he's probably not going to be able to... Oh, we can't send him to the Twins. Don't have the money. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of him. Somebody's going to have to take that contract. I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody's going to take that contract. Let's take off Goebel. Keyboom gets it across. Caleb Ketchup gets it across. Why am I putting a T on across? Gustavo. Come on, somebody. Who's it gonna be? It's not. I don't have enough depth in the right field to get it over there. I could send one of these C potential shortstops. Let's be honest, they're probably never gonna do anything for us. Denzer Guzman or Adrian Palencia. They both don't have great bats, but it looks like Guzman has a little bit of a better bat. But Palencia is a little faster. I'll give Adrian Palencia to the Twins. And we'll bring in a final starting pitcher. We completely revamp our starting rotation. The only guy that we kept is Jose Soriano. I got everybody else out of there because I'm gross. I don't want to see them. I'm too depressed to look at them. But we got super young. 26, 26, 24, 23, 23, plus Dan is 21. Marco Rea, who we got earlier, is 22. So we got super, super young in the pitching rotation. But that's not it. I'm not done. You thought I was done. I'm not done. Robert Stevenson, get off of my team. You're making way too much money to be mid. So who comes and plays for the good guys? Cole Winn is an option. Who else is a cheaper option here at closing pitcher? Elvis Peguero's 27. He's in AAA, pitching very well in 43 innings. He's got 25 saves, 2 blown saves. Okay, Elvis. The King could be a solid, viable option here, and he's not expensive. He's on team control. Yeah, he's on team control by a lot. All right, we might have ourselves a winner. Let's toss them Chucky Robinson and get out of here. Boom, another big money move. And Peguero will probably be our major league closer for this season. I'll just switch Kenley. Although I probably should trade Kenley if I'm being honest. We'll keep O'Hoppe, obviously, but Darno, he could get got. It's the real deal. He could. Rengifo's hitting fairly decently. He started to cool down a little bit, but he was hitting very good. Kevin Newman, I don't want you anymore, Kevin. I'm sorry. No hard feelings, but you're a little bit of a scrub. Adale Amador for the Rockies is interesting. Alex Freeland's also interesting. But the Dodgers can't take that money. I don't know how they were able to get Oneil Cruz with no money, but they did. Who else can I grab? I want Christian Campbell. Can I grab Christian Campbell? I actually might be able to. Hold on here. Is this going to be viable? Can they take Rendon? Nobody can take Rendon. Carter Keyboom. I'll toss Carter, I think, right? He's up in the bigs. He hasn't played yet. Ooh, JD Davis. Yes, sir. Give me Christian Campbell. Oh, mama. We just got ourselves a top prospect, baby. Christian Campbell, along with Christian Moore. We've got both Christians now. And Campbell's very flexible. He can play all the outfield. I might move him to left field unless I can get I really wanted to trade you on Moncada, but he tore his MCL, unfortunately. We got to get Rendon out of here. Who can take this money? Who's got the money? The Rays can take it. Okay, there are a couple teams that can take on this contract. First off, who needs a bad third baseman? His overall 64. Who needs a bad third baseman? The Rays could use an extra third baseman. But who are they going to give me for him? Who can I mean, I can't get anybody, can I? There's going to be nobody on this roster that I can get. He's just the worst. I'm going to have to take scrubs. I'm going to have to take literal scrubs if I want to get this dude off my roster. I can't even get a 19-year-old starting pitcher. Oh my God, this dude. He's more trouble than he's worth. Max Clark. Can we acquire the services of Max Clark? It's probably not likely, but I will try my best to do it. No, it's not going to happen. We don't have the assets to get Max Clark. That's okay. I just don't know how I'm going to get this man off my roster. Who wants him? Who wants him? What about if I just go with this trade? What are they going to offer me? Anything? Okay, there are offers. We can get a bunch of scrubs, which I'm not surprised by. What's the best trade offer? Ross Stripling. Tucker Barnhart. I can't get anybody with D potential, I don't think. C potential is probably the lowest I would be willing to go. But I don't want to get anybody too young or too old that has C potential, because then they're not really going to do anything. But I mean, we're dealing with Rendon's contract here, so we can't really be picky. Who had that B potential? It was Adam Ottavino. Christian Hernandez from the Yankees is not the worst. He's a 57 though. That maybe is the worst. A 22-year-old at 55 from the Rays. Troy Melton from the Tigers. Let me take a look at the Tigers. Where are they at? Tigers relief pitcher Troy Melton. There he is. He's 24. He is not pitching amazing in AAA, but we might not have any other options. we might just be stuck with Rendon. If I go specifically prospects, I can get a couple of C potential guys from the White Sox. Asa Lacy. I remember him. 22-year-old. I mean, it's a lot of relief pitchers. It's almost exclusively it is exclusively relief pitchers. That's strange. You know what? Give me Asa Lacy back. The Royals will take on the contract of Anthony Rendon, thank God. And we get back Asa Lacy, who we had in the Royals series a couple of years ago. He's never turned out to be anything, and he might never turn out to be anything in this series, but he's on our team now. Thank God we got rid of that contract. My God, that was a gross contract. Okay. So what is left on the agenda? Get Joe Adell. Or not Joe Adell. Get what's his face? James Wood is what I wanted to say. How do I get James Wood on this team? Zach Neto, Caden Dana, Luis Rengifo. Well, you're not going to get either one of the top guys, but Rengifo is potential. You're not going to get Neto. You're not going to get Caden Dana. Rengifo, I wouldn't be opposed to getting up, especially now that we have Christian Campbell and Christian Moore. We have the double Christians. Christian 2.0. Carter Keyboom. How do I get him? How do I get him? How do I get him? I would trade Joe Adell, honestly. What about if I just toss in Rengifo, so Zach? They're solely expecting to get Neto and Dana. So I think the James Wood deal, at least for now, is dead. Unfortunately. I think for now the deal is dead. Maybe once we acquire some extra assets, it could end up working out. But for right now, the deal is deader than dead. Not even Mike Trout. That's kind of crazy, actually. I know Trout's old, but that might be all of the deals we need to make. I know the roster looks completely different now. I warned you that was going to happen. So now the budget. We're paying Trout, obviously. We knew that. Solaire's making a lot of money, and Kenley Jansen's making a lot of money. And that is some of our most expensive contracts. Obviously, Moncada would have got traded if he wasn't hurt. Rengifo would probably stay around. Darno and Jansen are strange ones. We can probably trade Kenley, if I'm being honest. Can we get a future closing pitcher? I mean, this dude has 99 velo. He throws absolute heat. This could be our guy. We found our guy. There we go. Kenley goes away. We get a new closing pitcher. That's more money freed up. And then Travis d'Arnaud we can just get rid of for some sort of backup catcher. Harry Ford. Oh, that's right. They traded for Adley. I forgot about that. That was the real first big trade. So they probably don't need Harry Ford anymore. Why would you need Harry Ford? He's kind of just locked now with the addition of Adley. So if I give you a bad relief pitcher, you will take him and we'll get Harry Ford back. That is probably all of the moves that we're going to make for this trade deadline. We traded a lot of our team away, but it was by design because we freed up a lot of money now. A lot of money that we can make some big splashes in free agency, hopefully, to help Mike Trout get a championship early. So our new starting rotation is Gil. Then we got Soriano, Birdsong, Irate. I'm going to learn how to say his name, aren't I? And then Festa. So it'll be that, Festa. There we go. Perfect. The starting rotation looks different now. Hopefully, with all these guys having decent potential and being young, they will do something. We'll put you there. We need to take some guys down off the big league roster. So starting pitchers, we will have Marco be in AAA. That's right. Caden Dan is in AAA. Relief pitching. Probably need to call somebody up here. Victor Gonzalez is going to get called up to the bigs. We need some more arms in the bullpen. Is he lefty? He's a lefty, righty, lefty, righty. Okay, perfect. Nice little mix. We need to call you down to AAA. Bo. We need Harry Ford. You can stay up. I'm fine with that. Ryan Noda. Then we got Rengifo, Christian Campbell. I might just move Christian Campbell to the outfield. Let's see. So he's right now a second baseman. but he can play a bunch of different spots. We might just have him play in the outfield. But do I want him up here right now? I don't know. He's been not hitting amazingly in AAA this season. I might just get it over with. Call him up and see what he does. Christian Campbell up to the bigs. And then Christian Moore will stay in AAA. Carter Keyboom, Kingery Stevens. Calabresi's just not ready yet. Rada's not ready yet. We need to call some more people up. Our bench is just abysmal. What kind of aging veteran free agents are available? David Peralta, Avasil Garcia, Adam Duvall. I might pick up Adam Duvall. He's going to sign a 1-year deal. Left field, JD Martinez, Verdugo. JD Martinez still got a little bit of pop in that bat. 2.5 for the half a season. Whit Merrifield, Rizzo is available. So is Jose Abreu. We just need some more bodies in the outfield, I think. And maybe those two guys are going to be fine. So we signed Adam Duvall, who's going to play in the bigs. And so is JD Martinez. He might not start at left field, but he's going to play big league baseball. So now the lineup is going to be probably Rengifo at second. What position is this? This is third base. So third base is going to be Carter Keyboom for now. Trout in right field. Soler in left field. Hoppy at center. Or center at catcher. Then we've got this position, which is DH. So that's probably going to be JD Martinez, I would think. So this is Keyboom. And this is JD. Okay. We'll see how that works. It's not perfect by any means, but we're far from that. We're going to hopefully keep Campbell off the starting rotation or starting lineup for a little bit. That's going to be our deadline, though. That's a massive trade deadline. That is for sure. There's our big trade for Luis Gil. Today is the day to sign draft picks. We already did that. Yep, we're all good to go. So we can just finalize that. Contract extensions. We knew these guys were going to come up. We will re-sign all these guys in the offseason video. But we will move on to Simulate August here. And we might even do a player lock with Christian Campbell. I don't know if he's played yet. Did he start? He hasn't started yet. Let's do a game against the Rays. We'll throw him in the starting lineup. And we will have his debut against the Rays. So let's play the next game. We will player lock Christian Campbell, who will lead off, and we will see how our new addition looks. We also have new addition Festa from the Twins as our starting pitcher for today's game. So we will see how top prospect Christian Campbell debuts here. He's making his major league debut. We called him up because we were desperate for bodies here in the big league roster after trading away a lot of our starting pitchers and just players in general. How will Christian Campbell fare at the major league level? I hope that he simulates fairly well. I don't know how good he's going to simulate. I didn't mean to bunt fake there. Oh, that's not a good start. That's a swing and a miss. Okay. That was an ugly at-bat for his debut. But it's okay. We're totally fine. We're winning 4-0 in the top or the bottom of the second. We're totally good. Zach Little's a scrub. That's a decent chip to third, and he bobbled it. The third baseman makes a bad mistake. It's an error, most likely. But it is a base hit. First time he's on base. We are playing second. I haven't played second base player lock in a long time. Here we go. Jonathan Aranda. He sends it to second. Campbell fields on to first. And that's a big time out. Give him the gold glove. All right, we're 0 for 2 technically because of the error, but we did get on base. That's a chopper to third, and unfortunately, the bat is just not there with Christian Campbell in his debut. But that also could be my mistake. Come on, Christian. Show the Angel faithful that you're the future. That's a double play. Okay, not a great debut. I'll say that much. He's 0 for 4 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. He got on base. He can say that he's gotten on base. Oh, is that a hit? Is that a base hit? Little bloop? Oh, his best opportunity to have his first ever big league hit, and it will not come in that game. That's unfortunate. We tried. I could have performed better if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. David Festa gets the win. He went 5 1/3, 6 strikeouts. At least we're seeing some progression. And we'll take Christian Campbell back out of the lineup and put Rengifo back in. Okay, let's get simulating here. JD Martinez, he's got a home run. Nice, JD, nice. We win that game as well. Are we good now? I don't know. Another win against the Tigers. Festa has bruised his hand. That's not ideal. But he's back now. Okay, we're a little bit through the month of August. If we go to the standings, the wild card has us still second to last. White Sox are just going to be absolute trash, so it's hard to pass them. But the Marlins have won a bunch of games. The Pirates are starting to win more games, so we're actually staying competitive for the top pick in the draft. We just got to keep losing. Ooh, Elvis Peguero's finally on the mound for a save opportunity, and we win that game 6-4. Beautiful. Can we beat the Reds? No, we can't beat the Reds. But we do beat them the second time, and then the third time. Okay, 58-69. We might actually have sparked a revolution here in LA. Although we get swept by the Cubs, which is not ideal. Okay, maybe not. A 6-game losing streak is not a revolution by any means. We're 10 games ahead of the White Sox. The Rockies Marlins are starting to win a bunch of games. 51 wins for the Rockies and Pirates. We have 58, so they're starting to pull away. I mean, the White Sox are obviously trash, but those other teams are starting to win more games. And Logan O'Hoppy's season is done. He tore a finger ligament, and he is out for the rest of the year. So what is probably our most promising young player, at least other than Christian Campbell and Christian Moore, and obviously Zach Neto, we lose O'Hoppy. So Harry Ford, luckily we traded for him, because Harry Ford will come in and be the catcher for us. Christian Campbell is cold. He did get his first career hit, which is good for him, but he's cold to start his career here in the bigs. It's going to take some time for him to get into the swing of things. No pun intended. Joe Adell is still injured, so we'll keep him moving. We beat the Astros 10-6. We currently sit at 59-77, and we have 28 or 25 guys on the Big League Club. It's time for September call-ups. Who's going to get the call? Who are we going to call? Ghostbusters? Caden Dana is not getting any help from his teammates, although his whip and ERA is not great. Ray is pitching really good. The starters are all doing fairly fine. I mean, Iriarte, I got to learn how to say his name. He's not pitching amazingly, but he is a 71 overall. We should probably call up another big league arm. So bullpen will move up Hans Kraus, like the name. We will also call up... It's not ready for Christian Moore just yet. Although he's hitting fairly well in AAA now. That's good. It's probably time to call up Chad Stevens, because he's 26 years old. He can probably get a little bit of a rub in the bigs. And then I don't think Calabresi's ready yet. And Nelson Rada certainly is not ready yet. So maybe Tucker Flint just for another body in the outfield, because we certainly need that. I guess, Tucker, you're getting the call. Nope, we have a full 40-man roster now. So who's on the 40-man that doesn't need to be? Oh, it's this dude, Garrett McDaniels. Well, I don't want you in my life. Place on outright waivers. He must clear... yes, I don't care. He can leave us. I don't even know who he is, to be honest with you. And this guy I don't want on the 40-man either, so that leaves a little bit more room. We can call up Tucker Flint now and move him to the bigs. He's going to suck, but at least he's another body. We just need a warm body in the outfield. We have 27... What? I just added another guy, didn't I not? I guess not. Calabresi, I don't... You know what? Just get up here, big dog. I don't care at this point. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. The Bees don't have minimum players. Okay, we lose a bunch of games, which is good. There's Calabrese is on base. 87 speed, not bad. We lose, though. We lose a bunch of games. Look at this losing streak we're on, man. We are not good. We are not a good baseball team at all, but we are not the worst team. White Sox are 53. We're at 60. Red Sox are 66. That's crazy. And then 55 and 53 for the Rockies and Pirates. So they're still with us, but they're starting to fall backwards again. We just need to go on a massive losing streak. We have 41 on the 40-man now because Joe Adell's back now. So that means now that Joe Adell's back, that means Tucker Flint can go back down to AAA. All right. Oh, we have to take him off the 40-man. That's right. Forgot about that. So we will grab him, his jabroni butt, off the 40-man. He'll go through waivers. Nobody's going to claim him, so it's not a big deal. Every time we have a chance to jump in, Rengifo's on base. Or not Rengifo, Calabrese. So that's a good sign. Maybe he's going to be good. Peguero, another save situation. We get the win. Nice. Mike Trout's the... You know what? I got to jump in for a Mike Trout situation. We might as well. Who knows how long we're going to have Trout, if we're being honest. All right, Trout to the plate. He's 2 for 4 on the day, and he's hitting 248 on the season against Andres Munoz, who in the All-Star game earlier in this episode completely sold the game. But he's got 41 saves on the year in the American League. So he's not doing that poor. That's why he was an all-star in the first place. Ooh, Trout, 98 on the gun, gets a piece of it, but sends it foul. Come on, Trouty boy. Michael Fishman, what you got for me? A little bit early and a little bit over top. A little bit early and a little bit over top. Not going to swing at that. Not going to swing at that. Dodgers clinch 12th 100-win season in franchise history. Well, good for them. At least one LA team is doing something. And I was super... How was I early on 99? I can't figure out the timing, can I? Zach Neto? I guess I'll try with Zach Neto. How can I not hit 99? Neto fouls off a slider. Come on, Zach. You are the real deal. You're the future at the infield position named second base. That's a little chopper foul. Oh, I just realized we never checked how good our prospects were. We should have done that in August. Or at the beginning of August. We'll do that after this game, now that I remembered. I almost forgot that would have been pretty bad. Because I really want to know about Ailey Perez. Come on, Munoz. Throw me something I can hit. Throw me something I can mush. I want to mush a baseball. There we go. I mushed that one. 38 speed's not ideal. But it's going to send him to third. And that is runners on the corners with one out. Good job, Neto. Yes, Neto. Yes. So I'm talking about big dog, the biggest of all dogs. Mickey Moniak steps to the plate. Runners on the corners, one out. A double play is obviously in the territory, and they are trying to make me steal so that I can get out of the double play, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I will stay on the corners. They're going to pitch around me, is what it seems. I guess I'm okay with having Moniak on base, but I mean, Keyboom comes up. Oh, they're not going to pitch around me? No! Missed it! I wasn't prepared for them to throw a strike, so I was kind of just free swinging there. Not really paying attention. And that is a pop-up behind home plate. And now it's Carter Keyboom, the unlikely hero, potentially. Ooh, super, super poor swing by me. Am I really not going to be able to do anything here? I might try to steal my boy Neto. A hit-and-run situation? No, that didn't work. I thought a hit-and-run situation might be good. Mariners will take the win, which is probably for the best, honestly. We're trying to be as bad as possible. Neto actually hit a home run in that game. That's pretty solid, Zach. We will keep on keeping on, but we got to check these prospects. How do I check the prospects? Can I not do it anymore? What about if I go to top prospects? Are they going to be there? I think I missed my opportunity. Did I not? Is Ali Perez here? Oh no, I think I missed my opportunity to see all the guys because I don't see it down here. No, did I miss my opportunity? Oh, that's too bad. I didn't even think about it. Completely forgot about it. Oh, it sucks. I think I missed my chance to see all the guys' potentials. We'll have to see them in the offseason when they join the team. Trout's back from his injury. You know what, Trout? You might as well just sit out the rest of the games. The Bees don't make the postseason, but the Trash Pandas do, so they're playing some AA playoffs. Good for them. Peguera's getting a lot of work, I will say that. Oh, but the Trash Pandas lose, so they're not getting that much work. Final game of the season. We are 68 and 93. The Nationals and Marlins actually got into the 70s. That's huge. Obviously, the White Sox are still garbage. The Pirates and the Rockies are both at 60 wins. So there's 3 teams worse than us. There are 3 teams that are worse than us. We have arrived at the end of season 1. 68 and 94 was our official first record. And you know what? That's fine for the team that we started with. So Luis Gil, we brought him in from the Yankees. He ends up having 496. Can I see his games since he got here? I probably could if I would have. I can't divide it between the Yankees and Angels, but he had a fairly good season. I'm okay with that. He's only 26. He's going to continue to get better, hopefully. So these are fine numbers. Jose Soriano, he had not a great season. The ERA is a little bit high, but he's also at 81 overall, so hopefully he'll continue to get better. David Festa, he won 10 games, but he had a 4.11, a 1.38, so he was getting hit around a little bit, but he is a low overall. Then we've got Hayden Birdsong, who also pitched fairly good for his overall. His walks per nine need to get up a little bit higher, and he'll simulate a lot better. Iriarte did struggle at the major league level, but I expected that when we traded for him, so I'm not super shocked. Then we've got, how did Caden Dana do at AAA? His stats got erased because they went to the playoffs. That's right. Ben Joyce, 3.8 ERA, 1.41. I'm also looking for him to develop, so we need him to play well. Quijada was in a lot of those jump-in situations, and he did not do very good. Victor Gonzalez pitched fairly well in 40 innings. I'm surprised he pitched so well. His home runs per nine are pretty high. That's probably why. His hits per nine are pretty high. That's probably why he simulates so well. And then Hans Kraus, who we called up, he pitched in 15 innings, and he got rocked. What about Elvis Peguero? He got absolutely destroyed with his ERA in the 80s. He only blew 3 saves. That's kind of crazy. Why is Bo up here? I don't know. We'll figure that out in the offseason. We've also got Ohapi, who, before he tore his finger ligament, was an all-star and was one of our better players this season. Harry Ford, he got 100-plus at-bats after the injury to Ohapi, and he didn't hit bad. I mean, I'm surprised it's not lower, if I'm being honest. Shawno, good numbers. Good numbers from Nolan. He's only 23, so he's got a lot of room to grow. Ryan Noda, his numbers are whatever. Then we got Rengifo. Solid enough for Rengifo. He's a veteran. 22 home runs, not too bad. Christian Campbell, this is what we really care about. So he had 91 plate appearances in his rookie year. He did not hit the ball well. Okay, so we are in for a project with Christian Campbell. We are in for a project. Yohan Moncada got hurt for most of the season. Carter Kieboom was just a body. He was a warm body. At shortstop, Zach Neto, another one of our young guys. He had 25 home runs this year. Pretty good. Love to see it. His average a little bit low, but he's progressing. He's doing pretty well. Scott Kingery was just a warm body. JD Martinez, we literally brought in as a literal warm body, but he came in and hit 4 home runs, so I'll take that. How about Calabrese? Calabrese had 3 runs in 8 games, so it looks like he just came in and was a pinch hitter, or like a pinch runner, I mean. I don't know, weird. Joe Adele got hurt for a lot of the season. But when he was playing, he wasn't amazing. Mickey Moniak played a lot because of that, and he actually didn't play that bad. I expected these numbers to be a lot worse. And then we've got Trout, who's regressing super heavily, and he had typical old Mike Trout numbers. He only got hurt once. He played in 130 games, which is best he's done since 2019. So I'd say that's progress. And then Jorge Soler didn't hit horribly, but he's Jorge Soler. So those are the numbers. We will simulate the postseason and start the offseason in the next episode. I do apologize for missing out on the checking the prospects. I really just completely forgot about that. But we will do that in the offseason. I'll take a look at the potentials for all the guys that we drafted, and it'll just be a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of a cliffhanger, see how good they actually are. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.